Hi everyone, Stacy Holman with Positive Chaos. Today I'm going to show you how to make a tassel using the Beadalon tassel maker. So when you get it, there's just very little assembly. You do have to put this long bar on, just attach it. There's a screw and a washer there. And then it also comes with the rods. And you can put the rods in whichever hole. This will determine the length of the tassel. My favorite length is this here, where I'm on the third one on one side and on the second one on the other. Now if you want to make two tassels, maybe you're making a pair of earrings and you want the tassels to be the exact same length, then you can just even them out maybe. Maybe put one rod at the top and the other rod at the bottom. That might be an option. And then you'll just attach your jump rings at either end and then just cut down the middle. But I'm going to show you how to just make one tassel. This is my favorite length, once again, but it also comes with the suction cups here. Just put them on the bottom, and you do need to have it on a smooth surface. So, and I also have parchment paper here, because if not, then there's the lights reflect. Okay, so all you're gonna need is bent nose tweezers. I'm using embroidery floss. However, if you're watching this on my blog, then you'll see other options you can use. I don't demonstrate them, but I do explain a little bit the process. But I'm going to use embroidery floss, which is most popular. And you're also going to need a jump ring. And also in my blog, I show you other ways that you can finish your tassels as well. So let's get started. Now I do have one that's pretty loose, and that does serve a purpose. So I have my little card here. So what you're gonna do, I'm a little fumbly because I'm using a different camera, so I'm trying to get used to it. So you're gonna wrap whatever material you're using around the washer here, and then you're just gonna tighten it up. Easy peasy. All right, make sure this is really pressed down, and then you're just going to turn. I like to keep mine close to the edge here, and then just make sure that my strands are all even, that the tension is even. And actually I can just use my board here. Now I don't count. I just eyeball it, whatever looks good to me, whatever thickness looks good to me, that's when I stop. But if you're making earrings and you're not, just using one length and then cut down the middle, but you're instead making two, separate earrings, pair of earrings, then you'll want to count how many times you go around. And how many times you go around, I usually end in this area here, because that would be one full turn. So, but again, I don't count. I'm sorry, but you're more than welcome to count how many times you go around. As a matter of fact, other videos, they say count how many times you go around, how many full turns. I don't. Okay, and I like to keep them close together. All right, so I have, just for time purposes, I do want to show you the rest of it. So I'm just going to scooch this away a little bit. And, okay, I have to grab my scissors. Okay, I'm back. All right, so I'm just gonna cut off a little bit here. I'm gonna cut off about, now they say 6 inches. I'm not good at eyeballing, so I'm just gonna cut off a little bit here. All right, so I cut off about this much. All right, so you want enough to go through the middle and then to tie it, just to hold it together. What I use it for is to cinch it all together, so it's easier to put my jump ring on there. So what you're gonna do is take the end in your bent nose pliers, I'm sorry, your tweezers, and you're gonna put this all the way through. I have to look around the camera. Put it all the way through. All right, then you're gonna grab it. All right, and then it makes a loop here. Makes a loop, so you're just gonna tie a knot. Okay. Now it's all cinched together. So it's gonna be easier for me to put my jump ring on. So grab my jump ring. All right, and it's open quite wide. And again, it's side to side. Never pull your jump ring apart. And then you're just gonna make sure that one end of your jump ring goes all the way through the center. And then, all right, I have to make sure it's all the way in the center. Okay, and this is a pretty big jump ring. Usually my tassels are much larger, thicker than this. And then you're just gonna close the jump ring. And then to loosen it, to remove this, you're just going to loosen up the magnet. Oops, it doesn't have to come all the way off, but it did. And then you're just gonna slide it off, okay? And then what I'll do is I'll bring my jump ring up to the other end from my knot, and then the leftover here that's especially long, I'm gonna cut that off. I'm sorry if you can hear my husband starting his truck. He just changed his oil, so now he has to let the oil go through. So anyway, I hope that's not distracting. So now I'm gonna use this piece and I'm gonna hang on to it tight. Hang on to this tight. And you can also use wire. I've also made tassels where I went around with 26 gauge wire or 28 gauge wire, and it's really cool. Gives a really cool effect. Anyway, you're gonna go around a few times, and then you're gonna tie a couple knots. Okay. All right, and then you're gonna tie another knot, but I'm gonna put a different jump ring in. I mean, I'll use this tassel and a jewelry piece, but I'm gonna put a different jump ring, a smaller jump ring in. But you're going to make another knot and then put some glue on there. So you're gonna use Jazz Hypo Cement. That works really well with this. You could probably also use two-part epoxy to hold it, but you're gonna wait 24 hours for that to fully cure. And then all you're gonna do here, where are my scissors? Right here. All you're gonna do here is just, now usually with thicker, I've also used leather to make my tassels. Usually I can get that knot undone, or I don't have to cut off too much more, but again, I'm just gonna show you here. Just gonna cut them all in half, and then gonna give it a little haircut, like so. And there's your tassel. Cute, right? All right, so again, that's using the Bead-A-Lawn Tassel Maker. So much fun. Assembly is extremely easy. You can make any length tassel you want. You can even make 2 tassels at once. And then again, you can put the one rod here, another rod at this end, and then just wrap whatever material you're using, wrap it around. Put your jump rings at one end, at the other end, and then just take it off like you would, and then just cut it. So everything would be the same as I showed you here. You would just cut it down the center, and you have your 2 tassels. Easy peasy. All right, if you have any questions, just click the contact me link at the top of my blog. If you're not on my blog and you're watching this on YouTube, then I encourage you to go to my blog and see all the fun projects I have, and tutorials, and different ideas and